It's official, Brock here. It's official, Brock here.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the It's Official Brock's Here podcast presented by Brock Lane Films. Today we have legend Chaz Powell here.
What's good? What's good, everybody?
Legend. If you don't know about Chaz Powell, just go to YouTube and type in Chaz Powell, and you'll get some crazy football videos. I did type in your name, and there's a guy that he like travels the world named Chaz Powell, but that's not you.
No, that ain't me at all. I've seen it a couple times.
You saw it?
Yeah. He's got a bucket hat.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at that white dude. That ain't me, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, thanks for coming. We were talking before about, I'm trying to get guests for this thing, and people are just ghosting me. I'm not calling people out right now, but I just felt like attacked from the enemy, and I had to pray super hard because I just felt those attacks, and God definitely answered my prayers. I prayed Tuesday super hard, and then Wednesday you just popped up on my Snapchat, and it was just like, whoa, that's how God works. That's the goodness of God. But I was checking out your Snapchat, dude. You're wild on Snapchat. You just don't care.
Dude, I'm just having a good time, man.
Just having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, life is so short. I mean, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I mean, I just like to have fun. And everybody's like, oh, you don't got Facebook or none of that? No, dude, just Snapchat. I mean, it's weird, but I'm just a Snapchat guy. That's me.
Well, that's good. You can be low key that. No profile, just posting your stuff.
Incognito.
You can be goofy, whatever.
I mean, if you need to find me, you know where I'm at, right?
Yeah. We
Snapchat.
So yeah, man, I did some research. You're from Baltimore?
Yeah, I'm originally from Baltimore. Born and raised. I lived in Baltimore for probably 12 years.
Yeah.
And then Mom ended up moving to Pennsylvania. Just a background story. Mom did drugs for about 7 years. When growing up as a kid, we had a house, and she used to work at John Hopkins. She was a TV lady, which was pretty cool. And we had it all, and then we lost it all. And then it was an opportunity for my mom to go to a program and get saved and find Christ. And she's been sober since 99.
Wow.
And it's an amazing story. Went through a program called New Life for Girls. It changed her life, and it changed my life because it gave me the opportunity to go to Susquehannock and get a full scholarship to go to Penn State and play football. I think if I lived in Baltimore, I think it would either been jail or find me on the streets. But I mean, it was God's will and God's way of just leading me in a different direction and brought me to Pennsylvania, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Wow. I didn't even know that. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't know the story. I told a story a couple years ago. I had an article out in York Daily Record. I did a story and interviewed my mom and everything when I was at Penn State. And I usually don't share my story to everybody, but, I mean, this is a special moment. I mean, I appreciate you having me on your podcast.
Yeah, man.
I was actually at work. We were talking earlier. I'm building a guy's wooden pavilion instead of a gazebo. I got suckered into that. So, right. I mean, I'm giving back. But like I said, yeah, I usually don't tell people the story, but, I mean, God did change our lives for the better. And like I said, she's been sober since 99.
Wow.
And if I never moved to Pennsylvania, who knows, I would have never kept playing football.
Right.
Like I said, 3.5 years at Susquehannock, and then 4.5 years at Penn State.
Right.
I mean, I made a goal with my mom, and I said, you're not going to pay for college. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, watch this. I'm going to go get a scholarship to play ball somewhere. She's like, all right.
Wow.
And I went and did it.
Wow.
I mean, I could have went anywhere in the country. I went to Penn State, so
Yeah.
I just felt like home.
Yeah, man. So yeah, talk about that. You going from Baltimore up here to Pennsylvania, Some people call it that, Pennsylvania. Is that where you got your, like, because you're a fisherman, you hunt?
Oh yeah, I do all
Yeah.
that.
Did that come from being in Sandusky?
No, so my dad, growing up as a kid, he gave me the opportunity to learn how to be a fisherman. So he used to take me trout fishing as a kid. And once I moved to Pennsylvania, I'm like, what's this thing you can hunt deer? Like, shoot them with a gun or a crossbow or a compound bow.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you just got to take your course. I took my course as a young kid, and I still remember I got an 88 on it on my hunting course. And just needed I think like a 75 or above, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm going hunting. Wow. So I never had the opportunity to really go hunting as a kid.
Yeah.
So I got a little older, and my buddy was like, dude, you want to go hunting? And I was like, absolutely. And I was like, I think I was like 25. Never been hunting before or nothing. So the night before hunting season opened, we ran to Walmart, grabbed 2 licenses. I'm out there with, I think it was a 10 gauge, no, a 12 gauge shotgun with a slug in it. It's sitting on the rock, and it's freezing cold outside. I'm like, dude, I'm like, as a kid, I would have hated this because I hate it right now as an adult. Right. And I'm like freezing, dude.
Yeah, I hate that.
And never shot a deer that whole year. And then like later on, I got into it. Yeah. And I'm pretty active, but with work right now, I'm pretty busy building houses. So, I mean, that's taking up more of my time.
Right. So then, going to Sandusky, you played multiple sports, right? You were football, track,
basketball, track, and I play lacrosse too.
Damn, yeah. And then, because I went to Southwest. So
Boo.
yeah, so I remember playing you guys. We don't play you guys anymore. You were in a whole different. I think Southwest is like 5A or 6A. I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, good luck in past Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, I know. So
good luck with that.
Yeah, so that's not going too well for us at Southwest right now. But I remember going up to Susquehanna and playing you guys back in the day. But I looked at your guys' so your senior year, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you guys go undefeated and then lose the first game in playoffs?
We lost.
Is that what that was?
We lost the second game, actually.
Okay.
And it was to Southwest. That's why I said boo. Okay. Because I actually didn't play that game. Okay. I had a high ankle sprain. Okay. We actually went out to Southwest, and you guys beat us pretty good. Yeah. And I think the next game I braced up and started playing for the rest of the season because we made it to the second round of the playoffs and played New Oxford, and we lost to New Oxford. They beat us. I think it was like 35-7. Yeah. We never lost to New Oxford, but they beat us. Dang. My senior year and got us.
Dang. What year did you graduate?
07.
7. Okay.
Yeah. So Eric Harris was on New Oxford, and they had the twins, the Smith boys.
Yeah. Okay. So their team was just good back then.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, they just had a game plan, and they just beat us. Yeah. Just straight up beat us. I mean. Right. Then they went to the second round or the third round and lost.
So then Southwest, that was the year they went to Hershey. I believe so. 07. Because my cousin, so I think that was the year my cousin played Drew Snyder.
Okay.
Kicker, wide receiver, and then they had J.C. Laughlin, quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think Retman for running back. I want to say I forget who else. Tim something for running back, but they were good that year. But so then going through high school, going through that recruiting process, how was that back in those days? Because no social media, none of that. Was it just kind of like you just kind of put your game film together and then had your coach send it out?
Dude, it was weird. My sophomore year, we got a new coach, and he saw my talent. He's like, dude, I can get you into college. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I can get you somewhere where you don't have to pay for it. And I'm like, all right. Wow. I'm like, show me. He's like, get in the weight room. I'm like, all right. I'm
Get your
like,
weight up.
he's like, get in the weight room. I'm like, all right, cool, dude. Like, I'm in here now. He's like, all right, now get your grades up.
Yeah.
So I had to get my grades up and, get my weight up at the same time. So I had the opportunity to go to a couple different camps. I remember we were down in James Madison for a camp, and I think I did pretty well at that camp. And then my junior year, I went to the Nike camp up at Penn State.
Nice.
And prepared for that. Was running the 40s, doing the L drills. This was back when Ortega was the coach at York High.
Okay.
And they had, 3 or 4 guys going to like D1, I want to say back then. Rich Muldrow ended up going to Rutgers. I think he was going somewhere else before he was going to Rutgers. And then they had another guard that was going to Pitt. And then they had Malik. Malik went to UConn for a little bit.
Right.
So we were all like, that year we were all training together kind of before the Nike camp.
Yeah.
And I went to the Nike camp, dude, and ran 4x4s.
Dang.
4x4s across the board.
4
Yeah, in the 40. And then from there I just blew up.
Yeah.
Because Georgia was at my doorstep for the high school that Monday. And it was on a Saturday.
That Monday?
Yeah, Monday morning, dude. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, they flew all the way up and was like, yo, we want this kid to come to our school.
Wow.
And
That was like your first big offer.
First big offer was Georgia.
Wow.
And Penn State took them about 3 months to offer me. Because
They're playing hard to get.
Yeah, UConn came out and offered me because Randy Edsel went to my high school.
Yeah.
Then I had Maryland come in, and then Ohio State was coming, and Michigan, North Carolina came in.
Dang, dude.
A couple of the smaller Division I schools were offering me, but they were like, dude, you're out of our league. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, just offer me. They're like, we're not going to waste one on you if we know you're not going to come to our school.
So what, like those AA schools and
Well, AA, there was a bunch of other schools like that were calling, like USC called. My coach was like, you really going to go to Southern California? I was like, why not? He's like, dude, what do I tell them? Do you have a chance? And I was like, no. And it was like, you look at it, and I was like ranked, I was like 77th in the country. And I was number 2 that year coming out.
number 2 overall, right?
Overall in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
There was a quarterback in Pittsburgh. I forget what his name was.
Yeah.
That was number 1. I didn't even get picked for my senior year. I didn't even get picked for the Big 33.
What?
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, you were number 2.
Yeah, I was number
That
2.
don't even make sense.
But I played down in Florida in an all-star game with like Joe Hayden, Cam Newton was there.
Wow.
Steven Garcia was the quarterback.
Is Cam Newton your same recruiting class?
Yeah, he was in mine. Trying to think who else. There was another guy, Morgan Burnett. He played for the Packers. When I was with the Packers, he was out there.
Wow.
Golden Tate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Golden Tate was actually this was like a step down from the Army All-American game.
Okay.
This was the Offensive-Defensive Bowl.
So how come you didn't get picked for Big 33?
It's all politics, dude. It's bullshit.
Right.
Bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My coach was like, "Oh, you should have made it." I was like, "Yeah." Like, well, you didn't fight for me to make it. And he's like, "Oh, it's politics." Da, da, da. And I'm like, "That makes no fucking sense, dude."
Yeah.
But like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Because he asked me. He's like, "Dude," he's like, "Where do you want to go?" Like, I'm like, Penn State. And I didn't really know the like history of Penn State, like who Joe Paterno was. Nothing.
No idea.
No, dude.
Oh my god.
And then like everybody around here was like, I got an opportunity to go see Penn State play, and I told my buddy before they offered me, I said that is going to be me in 3 years because we went to a game, it was Central Michigan game, and I asked him. Oh, he asked me. He's like, "Where you want to go to school?" I said, "I'm gonna be running out of this tunnel here in about 2 years."
Wow.
And I made a promise to my mom and him, and he helped me throughout like my senior year and then like my freshman year, like with weight and like eating habits and whatnot. Because I mean, it was like a job, dude. It was a
full-time job.
Yeah, big time full-time job. I mean, once we started, as soon as I got there, my freshman year it was like game on.
Right.
It's like, geez, man, like I just graduated high school like a month ago.
No breaks at all.
Yeah,
especially into that summer, I'm sure it was like.
Dude, so like after the Nike camp, like all the schools, I mean, it was hyped, dude. Like school was hyped. Larry Johnson was coming into school all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Into your school?
Into my school. Like
High
he came
school?
into lunch a bunch of times. Yeah, Larry Johnson, the coach.
Wow.
He's coaching at Ohio State now, D-line coach.
Yeah.
But dude, he would come to school all the time.
How was that? Like you're just chilling in lunch, and then just this dude comes in to see you. Was everybody?
It was like, yo, everybody's in there like talking, you know, cool, blah blah, making all this noise, and then it would get real quiet. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh man.
Bro, I'm like, what is everybody? And then everybody's looking at me, and I'm like,
Oh,
there's
shoot.
Coach Jay. What's up, dude? Like, you just could come to my lunch and don't even tell me you're coming. Like, cool, bro. Like, just show up on me, just checking on me. I mean, they were so close. I mean, it was only 2 hours away.
Yeah.
And I couldn't say no because actually, I really wanted to go to Penn State, but then also I was getting ready to go to Georgia because I was in South Carolina at the time. I was dating this girl. I was on vacation with her family we were at the Outer Banks. Actually, no, we're at Myrtle Beach. Yeah, Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Yeah, we weren't at the Outer Banks. I haven't been there yet. I need to go.
You need to go, dude. I just went last year. It's sick.
But I was just in Miami. Miami
nice.
was sick. Yeah,
I bet it was.
Miami's a good time, dude.
I bet it was. Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's all worth it. I mean, but not really, because Miami's kind of dirty.
Yeah, you gotta watch out down there.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, it's kind of dirty,
You got
but
some
it's a good
crazy
thing.
people. Like, you can get caught up real quick down there.
And it's expensive, dude.
Oh my
Like,
god, I can't even imagine. Yeah.
fucking expensive. They want $120 to get in the club. I'm like, oh no,
Just to get in.
just to get in, dude.
Wow.
Like, you guys are killing me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not paying that to get in.
So you were down in South Carolina, and did you just like the vibe down there?
Oh, dude, I was down there
The
and
weather.
in that offensive defensive bowl that I was playing. I had a couple guys going to South Carolina, and they were like, "Yo, come down here and play. You just come take a visit." And I was like, I was on the phone with my coach, and he's like, "Yo, go take a visit to Georgia. They know you're coming." So we were gonna hop in the truck and go to Georgia, but we didn't because Penn State called and offered me, and they were like, "We don't want you to like commit right now. Like, take your time." Like, I'm going. Like, it's a done deal. My coach was like, "All right, it's a done deal," and all these schools kept trying to come in and recruit me, like still. And I was like, "Dude, I'm going to Penn State. Like, that's it." So then my senior year, I already knew where I was going.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, it was like a target. I mean, it was fun because like the guys on my team, like we all came together.
Now, was anybody else on your team getting recruited like that?
No.
Or you were the only one.
No, I was the only kid.
Yeah. Predominantly white school, Sandusky, and then here you are, and you're just getting all the attention.
Dude, I'm out there just killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was using my teammates. I mean,
Yeah.
'cause they were just blowing everybody up, and the holes were so big, dude. It was just like, why not?
So what? Because I know you played a bunch of positions in college, but what were you in high school?
Dude, I played everything in high school too. Yeah. I was a receiver, running back, played safety, played linebacker.
Kick return.
Yeah,
punt
kick return. Yeah, I broke the school record at my high school for punt return my sophomore year.
What was that record?
I think it was somewhere in the like somebody had like an 80-something yard. I broke. I think it was like a 94. Wow. In the Hurricane Katrina against Southwest. I took 2 back that game, dude. Damn. And my knee was fucked up because I tore my meniscus. The second week of the year, I tore my meniscus, and this was the 4th week of the year, and I was still actually the 3rd week of the year because Hurricane Katrina came. They suspended the game at halftime, but they made us wait. Right? We were up 18-16. It stops raining. Southwest comes out and kicks our ass like 36-18.
Nice. That's awesome.
Kicked our fucking ass, dude. And I was like, you gotta be kidding. And I broke the school record that year in the punt return. I think my junior year I broke the school record in kick return. I think it was 100 yards.
Yeah.
And then I had the school record at Penn State for a while. It was I tied Rich Motti. Rich Motti had 100 plus kick return, and I had 100 plus my junior year against Youngstown.
Yeah, that Youngstown State game.
Yeah.
That was the game after halftime.
Right after
You ran it
halftime.
back.
Yep.
And that clip's on YouTube. So go on YouTube and type in Chaz Powell kick return, and that's going to be the first clip that shows up. And what?
That won't be the first one.
Okay.
It's gonna be the one in my senior year.
Okay.
That one. I took that one 95.
Yeah.
And
That was. Okay,
that was.
That was the Rose Bowl one?
No, that was we were playing. Who the hell were we playing? I forget, it was Indiana State. It was like an opening kickoff. It was opening kickoff.
Wow.
And he kicked it right to me. And they were like, dude, they're not even going to kick it to you. I used to lead the country in kick returns. I had an average of like 30 yards a carry on kick returns.
Wow.
And I had like, always would have less than 100 like attempts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Like, and it was crazy. I mean, because you think about how many times you kicked the ball off.
Yeah, and you're playing big teams. Like, it's not just like you're blowing by like a, Division III. You're playing big schools.
Oh, dude, the Big Ten's tough, man.
Big Ten,
Big Ten football was tough. I mean,
big,
you had to gear up.
Big Wisconsin teams, big Michigan teams. Like that's no joke.
Dude, our weight program when we played was, I mean, it got us to like, I mean, we were conditioning for like a track star. and I mean, they get it for endurance. But then again, dude, it was like, why does that dude look way bigger to me? Because he's over there doing free weights and we're over here doing fucking machines. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. So I'm in there in camp, dude, just fucking pumping iron, bro. Pumping, doing arms every other fucking day. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I want big fucking arms. They're like, no way. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Free weights. That'll get you big arms.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, like I said, man, I used to put in extra time.
I think that's key.
I mean, you have to. I mean, you have to. I mean, a student of the game. You have to be a student athlete because I mean, the NFL stands for not for long. I mean, football stands. I mean, you can't play football forever.
Right.
So it's like, dude, you gotta have like a backup career, and I mean, I'm happy what I'm doing now.
Right.
So I mean, it's all a blessing. I mean, the time that I did play, and the times that I do play now that I still can play. Yeah. I was able to walk away from the game with no injuries. So that's a good thing.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
So talk about, finally getting to Penn State and like the atmosphere there. Cause my family's a big Penn State family. And like we used to go up every year for the home openers and, just like the atmosphere, the environment up there, like, because you're not downtown. You're in the freaking boonies up there. I mean, it's a small little town, but like, you're not in like a metropolitan area. You're
That's
out.
my mom's calling.
Oh, shoot.
Hold on. Mom, I gotta call you back. I'm doing a podcast, girl. Call you back. Yeah. Goodbye. That was Mom Dukes. Shout out to Mom Dukes.
Shout out Mom Dukes.
Yo.
So anyways, how was it like finally getting up there and
Penn State is the
college?
Craziest place to ever be, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, party-wise. I mean, number one party school.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out Penn State.
I mean, they always say West Virginia biggest party.
No,
You're
dude.
saying Penn State?
Oh, for sure,
Okay,
dude.
okay.
I mean, the parties there. Dude, after wins, just know that it's like everybody's just absolutely getting drunk as hell. Having a great time, dude. Celebrating a win. We just beat fucking Ohio State or Michigan.
Oh, you probably went nuts.
Or even fucking Molly Putz Tech. I mean, the little fucking the small schools that we played, dude. I mean, it's a great fucking school. I mean, like we used to party. We used to roll in the fucking bar, dude. And there was 20 shots lined up.
Because they knew you were coming.
Yeah, they knew we were coming.
They knew you guys just
We
won.
jumped the line. I
Yeah.
mean, like, because they wanted us in there, and they like everybody wanted to see us.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy shit, dude. It was like, we weren't too big headed because we used to party with one dude that was a fencer, he was our buddy, Miles Chanley Watson. Shout out Miles Chanley Watson.
Shout out Miles.
He's Olympic. I think he's an Olympic gold or not Olympic gold. Olympic winner in the I forget what the games were, but he's got a medal for being in the Olympics. And we used to party with him. He's like 6'5", dude. Tall shit.
6'5" fencer?
Yeah, dude. Tall. He's from England. His mom was a model for Gucci, dude. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
Dang.
cool. But we used to party with him, dude. And, like, everybody knew him. And then we started knowing a lot more people.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of people knew you. Like, it would be funny when you got in class.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you have to introduce yourself and tell us something about you. And be like, oh, I'm Chaz Powell, and I play on the football team. And, like,
They're like, oh.
hey, who's this? Who's this guy in here? The next thing you know, they're like, hey, good luck, man. And they're like, start following you and shit. Yeah. I had a sign up on the wall a couple of different times.
What do you mean?
Like Powell's Villas and like Powell's Pot. Like it was like a couple of different things that were.
Powellsville?
Yeah, something like that, dude. It was wild.
Yeah.
I was like, man, because when you like become a freshman and you get there, it's like, oh man, you just got to earn your stripes.
Right. And you redshirted, right?
Yeah, I redshirted. They wanted to play me, but they wanted to play special teams, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to do special teams. Like, I actually just want to play. Like, so I just waited a year and partied that year.
Just chilled.
Yeah, dude, it was a great time. Fucking partied hard, dude.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's like, oh man, I can't party and play football and go to school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was like Penn State is top notch, man. Like, if you can go visit. I mean, especially during football weekends, dude, it's wild. Yeah. I mean, it's the third biggest city in Pennsylvania during game day.
Oh,
on Saturdays.
The tailgates are nuts.
Oh, dude,
like,
I was
fields and fields and fields.
Yeah, and everybody's just,
RVs.
Everybody's just getting drunk. Dude.
Everyone gets smashed, and they go in the game and they just yell at you.
Yeah,
all game.
Yeah, it's wild. The student section is unreal too.
Nuts, dude. How about like those whiteout?
Dude, the whiteouts.
How about a whiteout night game?
Tell me
about that.
We played.
Do you have any crazy memories from that?
We played Iowa, dude.
Yeah.
And Iowa ended up beating us because they had a couple guys that were actually pretty good on their team, and they ended up beating us, dude. And it was just like, I can't hear anything.
Yeah, how do you even hear?
Dude, you can't.
Is that why they do the signs?
Yeah. I mean, there's signs and everything else, and
the calls,
hand signals.
Hand signals, yeah.
Bro, it is wild. It was a wild time. And I'm like, dude, even when you went away too, sometimes when you play like in the shoe, I mean, playing the horseshoe is wild. Michigan was wild.
How about the big house? Yeah,
big house is wild.
I've never been there, but I heard the big house is underground. Like part of it's underground. Is that true?
I'm not too sure because we came down the big tunnel.
Right. Oh, so yeah.
Where the other team's like right there on the other side of you. So it's like, oh yeah, you guys want some of this? So I mean, yeah. Right. I mean, we couldn't really talk too much trash. Yeah. I mean, Joe was teaching us to become men and not fucking hooligans.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
and like, you talked about you had a following just like being there. Imagine if you had social media back then. Could you imagine?
I was.
Did you have a bunch of Facebook followers?
I had
what about
Facebook.
MySpace? Did you get a bunch of MySpace?
No, I didn't. We didn't use MySpace.
That was over by then.
Yeah, we had Facebook and Instagram.
Well, you probably had a bunch of friends. You're starting to get some.
Yeah, I was verified, I think, on Instagram for a little bit, and then I got rid of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like
recently?
No, this was like years ago.
Well, yeah, because I remember, I think I got Instagram in like 2011.
Yeah.
So you just graduated.
Yeah, I was on my way to play in the NFL for a couple years.
Wow.
Yeah, that was cool.
So you started to get, followers that way.
Oh, dude, everybody, like, once they found you on campus, like, it was like, that's how you get to the local parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were just out there just having a good time because that's how you branch out.
You're like a little mini celebrity.
I was trying to be. I mean, I'd come home and everybody's like, man, you're doing really well. I was like, man, I'm trying. It's hard.
You're like basically a hometown hero.
I wish.
Yeah.
I freaking wish.
Yeah.
But no, dude, it was a blessing. I mean, it was part of God's plan, and God has a plan for everybody.
Right.
And I stick by this verse, Jeremiah 29:11-12, that God has a hope in the future. I mean, you just got to wait it out.
Yeah.
And just live every day, day by day. And everybody's like, oh, man, why don't you go to the gym all the time and do this and stay active? I'm like, dude, I did all that before.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got other things I need to do now, like build a freaking pavilion instead of a gazebo.
Right. You got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
So yeah, being in college, and then you switched positions like multiple times.
Dude, I came in as a safety, and then from a safety, I went to play receiver for a couple years, and then from there, I went back to play corner, and then went back over and played receiver, and then went back and played corner, and finished my senior year at corner. And everybody's like, "Oh, dude, that's what hurt you in the league," and I was like, "Well, I was versatile."
If anything, it might help.
Well, a lot of people in the league, when I was getting interviewed, they were like, we really don't have too much film on you because you only played 1 year. Because you were like all over the field. You played receiver, then you played corner, then you did this, you did that. It's like, dude, I always put the team first. It wasn't about me. Like,
Right.
I didn't care about my stats. I didn't care about getting the ball. Like, if I'm open, give me the ball. Like, it isn't about like, hey, it's the Chaz Powell show, or like, like I want to show off and do anything stupid. Or no, dude, it was all about just representing yourself. I was from a small town, and look, I just got the opportunity to be a superstar at Penn State in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, because a lot of people looked up to the football team, which just wasn't me. It was just everybody on the team. And we went through a lot, dude. Like my senior year with the scandal.
That was your senior year?
Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Oh, man.
That was wild, dude. I mean, the media that
God.
week, dude, when it like broke,
Wow.
the media is like at practice. They're like everywhere. Like they couldn't really see because we had the tarp up, but
Yeah.
dude, they were fucking everywhere.
Now,
man.
was that during the season?
That was right out of bye week.
So what part of the season?
Right at the last 3 games. We had Nebraska, Ohio State, and Wisconsin. At Wisconsin.
So then that happened, and you still had to finish out the season.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
What'd they do coaching wise? Like because his son was a coach?
His son was there. His son was the quarterback coach.
That was the redheaded guy, right?
No, that was Jay Paterno. The redheaded guy was Mike McQuarrie.
Okay. I just remember seeing him on the sideline going
Yeah.
that red hair going back.
Dude, they were like, oh, you guys need to talk to counselors. Like, we can talk to counselors. Like, blah, blah. Like, da-da-da. Because Joe came in and gave a speech, dude. And it was like, he broke everybody's heart with his speech.
Yeah.
And it just killed us.
Damn.
It was like, man, we're losing our coach, man. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, this is wild, man.
Yeah.
And Tom Bradley became coach, and we lost in Nebraska. We had an opportunity to win. I think we had like a minute 47 left, and we just couldn't score. And then we went to Ohio State, and we beat them in a shoe. I think Braxton Miller was the quarterback. And dude, we went out there and beat him in the horseshoe. And then we went to Wisconsin and we got trashed.
Creamed.
Yeah. Then we played in the last bowl game against freaking Houston, and they beat us. And then it was like, oh, well, we were down in Dallas. We had a great time in Dallas, though.
Yeah.
When on the bowl trips, dude, we made sure we partied pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, and we all bonded together too, which was like really crazy. Like 137 young guys, like bonding, which is cool too. So I mean, like I said, it was a great opportunity to go there.
And then like shortly after that, dude, because how long until he passed away?
It was like 2 months.
Yeah,
It was
a
like
couple
2
months.
months, yeah.
And then he passed away, and it was just like, wow, dude, like that was nuts, man. And dude, so I have a story of I actually went in middle school. I went to a Jerry Sandusky camp. No, I don't have a story of me and Jerry never had any interactions, but
he's like, I went to a Jerry Sandusky camp.
yeah, here comes the story. No, I was just there, and but you know, we went. It was at Albright College, and This guy, he's always playing, man. We went to the camp, and there was a lot of little kids there, bro. Like, and we stayed in the dorms at Albright College, and I'm in like middle school, and it was me and my like 4 buddies. We went up, we get to be with this Penn State coach. We think, no one knows anything that's going on. And, I got pictures with Jerry Sandusky as a kid, and I'm just like looking at the pictures like, and then the scandal comes out, and it's like, what the heck? It's like, dude, we're like staying in these dorms, and like, I'm just like, I don't know what happened at those camps, but some stuff might have happened at those camps. That's all I'm saying. But I got pictures with him, and
burn it.
Yeah, I don't even know where they're at.
You gotta get rid of it, dude. You gotta burn it, dude.
I gotta burn it.
Yeah,
So,
that's disgusting, dude.
I know, dude. It's like, what the heck, dude?
He like little white boys like you. Ooh,
I
bro.
know, dude. Like, what the? I was little. I was skinny and little. Like, and so thank goodness nothing ever happened. But like, I'm just like, man, pray for those kids at that camp.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, the crazy thing is though, when I got to the league, dude, it was always asking questions like, "Oh, you went to Penn State?" It's like, I'm like, you one of these motherfuckers just like going to sit here and fucking say something. Oh, so you one of them boys that got touched on? I'm like, dude, really, man? Like, do you really have to go there?
That's messed up.
But it was like their type of hazing. But
right.
I mean, other than that, dude, they tried to make me cut my hair at the time. I'm like, nah.
Oh,
I'm cool.
yeah. So I wanted to ask, what was up with the crazy hair, dude? You had you had the wild afro.
Dude, I don't know. I was always wanted long hair.
You just,
Yeah, just always wanted to see if my hair would grow long.
Did you ever like cornrow it?
Yeah,
braid it?
I had cornrows, and then I tried to dread it, and then my hair's too thin for that.
Yeah, like looking at the pictures, it looks super thin.
So one of the dreads fell out, and I just went to the barbershop and just cut it off. Cut them all off. It's like, now I'm done.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit, dude. Fuck this dread look. It don't work for me.
Because like there's an interview on YouTube where I guess York Dispatch came up, did a story on you, and like, dude, you're all tatted, you got your freaking afro, and like, you just look wild, dude. Like, you look like a good time.
Yeah, dude, I'm always a good time, dude.
Yeah.
You're lucky I didn't bring the beers like I should have, but I gotta go back to work, so that's a good thing.
He's being responsible right now.
Yeah, I gotta drive 40 minutes back to work.
It's probably good that we didn't get the beers for
Brock's
him.
like, yo, come do the podcast, bro. Yeah, 40-minute drive. You're gonna pay for my gas, bro. You're down here riding a skateboard. No, dude, I mean,
Should have rode the skateboard.
right?
Yeah.
But no, man, I mean, like I said, Penn State was a great time.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, what's like your wildest Penn State story, if you had to tell one?
I would say Joe's 400 win.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was dope, dude.
Yeah.
I think we beat him. I beat Illinois,
Mm-hmm.
and they missed a field goal, and we carried him off the field. It was wild, dude. Everybody's freaking going crazy, dude. And I mean, he was a good guy, man. I really liked Joe Paterno.
Yeah.
I mean, he taught us how to become men and always be clean shaved and like look presentable,
Right.
and speak clearly and speak with the respect to get respect, back. And like I said, he gave me the opportunity to go there and get a full ride and not have to pay for anything for college. It was a free education because he was real big on education, and I see why.
Right.
I mean, the biggest thing is that if you don't have that degree, if you don't have that paper, it's not really going to get you anywhere. Like I said, right now I'm building houses for Jim Craft homes, and my degree, I'm not using my degree. I got a criminal justice degree, but I still have that paper, proof that, I finished college. So it was 4.5 years of hard work and actually going to class and learning. But
I feel like the experience though is way more than the paper. Like,
yeah, the experience. The traveling and the people you met and the games I played in, and just the opportunity to play like college football, like on a national big stage, which is crazy.
Yeah. What was it like being on like ESPN and like, dude, because I saw the one clip, the Iowa game, when you caught the first play of the game, you catch that big, you run a fade and you catch the big Big Pass, and it's on ESPN, and like the place goes nuts. Like that had to be crazy.
Dude, it was absolutely wild. We practiced that all week.
That one play.
Yeah, that one play. Because we knew that what coverage they were going to be in. And if he was going to be in quarters coverage, he was going to be toasted. So I toasted his ass.
Toasted him.
Yeah, I told my mom, I was like, yo, first play of the game, I'm going to run it back.
And it was raining, dude.
Dude, my mom comes up to Penn State, I had a Chevy S10 Blazer. She comes up and was like, oh, I need to take this home. I was like, for what? She's like, I'm selling it. I'm like, why are you selling my car? I'm like, what the hell am I going to drive now? And she's like, don't worry about it. I'll get you another one. Never got another car. Never got another car. She came up. We needed the money.
Okay, yeah.
To pay bills at home. So
right.
She's like, the first thing that's going is your car, $800. I'm like, bro, we could have got like $2,000 and ran like a champ. So she was able to. She came up because that game was at 8:00 at night, and
night game, yeah.
I told her first play of the game, and dude, first play of the game, they threw it to me, and we ended up losing that game, dude. It was wild. I was so upset.
Dang.
I was so upset, dude.
Dang. Yeah, man. So, I wanted to ask. So back when you played, they still made NCAA football for video games. Were you ever on those video games?
Bro, my speed was like 99.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I just took that kickoff return back, and it was like
your speed went
96,
up.
97. Yo, dude, all went up. Went way up. Yeah, dude. Wow. It was cool playing when you get to download the roster, and there's your name. And I think I have a game.
It said your name and everything?
Like, yeah, when you download the roster, it'll have, like, because our names weren't on our jerseys.
Right, yeah.
Because, like, everybody
You're, like,
else.
the only college that didn't have that.
And we still are. I mean,
Didn't at one point they brought it on?
They did.
Later?
Yeah, and then a lot of people didn't like it.
Yeah, tradition.
So, yeah, big time tradition, dude. Blue and white. Excuse me. Plain shoes, black shoes.
Black shoes.
Yeah, plain socks.
Yeah.
I mean, just gotta go out there, let your pads do the talking is what they preached.
I love that Friday Night Lights, the movie when the guy's coloring his cleats black.
Yeah.
And that just made me think of that when you said about the black cleats. But that had to be cool playing yourself on the video game.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, just kick it to me. I'm gonna take it to the house.
Kick it to you. Yeah. Speed all the way up.
97. Yeah, 99. Let's get it.
That's awesome. So yeah, you had a prolific college experience. So then going into the draft. Well, not the draft. Okay, so first you had the combine. What was that like going to what? Is it Indianapolis, right? They always
I went to Franklin, Tennessee and trained at D1 Sports.
Yeah.
And all I was training for was to get my bench up. Get your bench up, get your bench up, get your bench up. Mm-hmm. And I did 17 at 225 and
now is that like
it's average for like a safety. I mean, like 20, 23, 25 would have been great.
Right.
But I mean, I did 17. I ran a 4.53 at 213. And I was trying to get my weight up. Dude, I mean, my junior year I ran a 4.27. I ran 4.27. I ran a 4.34 and then I ran a 4.27. And by like my senior year, I was running like 4.3s. Yeah. And when I went to the combine, I was just training, like I said, just to be big. I was like 220 the week before at corner. They're like, "Yo, what the fuck do you?" They're like, "Yo, what the fuck you play?" I said, "Yo, who the fuck you? Who you asking?
Yeah.
Why you asking me these questions, bitch?"
Yeah.
It was a meat market, dude, the fucking combine. But like Frank and I trained, I was 220. Yeah. Got to the combine, I dropped weight. It was like a bunch of water, so I dropped weight. Got to there, I was like 217. Then got down to 213 before I left. I was in the hospital for 17 hours.
What? Because your weight dropped?
No, just the whole process: X-rays, EKGs, MRI.
Oh wow.
You have to do CAT scans, like a bunch of stuff, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole process, dude.
Right.
I mean, you got free shit, but it wasn't worth it. It I mean, it was the worst thing.
You got
like,
a free T-shirt.
I mean, yeah. And then like we would go. The last day is when you run your 40 and everything, and they do it to everybody, and they do it every year, and the DBs are the last people to go, and the last one at the combine.
So everybody, the quarterbacks are gone.
Everybody's gone. So they book your flight so tight that you have to leave. So you can't finish all the drills. You have to leave.
What?
You're like, yo, I have to leave. My flight that you guys booked me leaves in an hour. And I have to get out of here if I don't leave now.
Why would they do that? Because they want you to stay another night. They just want.
Well, they weren't going to pay for it. Then
Right.
they want you to pay for it, and it's like, no, dude, it's a free flight. I'm getting out of here.
Right.
And they had the cars and everything waiting for you, but it was just taking forever. But they booked the flights the cheapest, and they're leaving, and we're still doing the combine. Because I actually came home from the combine and went to the local bar down the street just to get some wings.
Talking about Penn State or
no,
Sandusky?
I went down to Sandusky, down in New Freedom, and
wow, just got done the combine.
Just got the combine, got home.
To the bar
Yeah, well, I didn't. I just wanted to get something to eat.
Right.
And Sevens down in New Freedom.
Yeah.
And I'm looking up. It was a little local sports bar, and I'm looking up at the screen, and there's me on the screen. Yeah, dude, it was cool, man.
That's awesome.
It was wild. So
you're like, yo, that's me.
Yeah,
and
everybody
was like, yo, wait, that's him.
Yeah,
Wait.
and I had my combine gear on too, which is crazy. So,
wow.
And then in the process of getting ready for the draft, I was home, and the draft came, and the Bills called me in the 5th round.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we're gonna take you this next pick, and I'm like, oh.
5th round.
I'm like, hell yeah, dude. I'm like, Mom, it's about to happen.
Yes,
they
sir.
picked a guard from Auburn.
Trash.
Yeah, and then I ended up as a free agent with the Oakland Raiders.
Okay.
Started with Oakland. Oakland was a good time. I learned a lot out in Oakland, being out in the Bay.
Yeah.
Oakland's not. It was pretty dangerous. I mean, we were
yeah, man.
I mean, they had a Drake concert and shot up the whole Drake concert. It was wild, dude.
Wow.
And we were down the street at the hotel. From there, I went to Green Bay. Green Bay was awesome.
Yeah.
Green Bay was a good time. It was cold as hell, though, dude.
That's what, dude. I'm always like, dude, if I ever got drafted to Green Bay, I would just be pissed.
Dude, there ain't nothing in Green Bay,
I would
bro.
be so pissed.
There is nothing at all. It is frozen tundra for sure.
Now, who was the quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
So that was your quarterback.
Yeah, he was there, dude. I actually, I would run routes for him because I was on the scout team. He would be the scout team quarterback.
Wow.
And he actually asked me one time, he's like, hey, man, you ever play receiver before? And I was like, yeah, dude. He's like, I can tell. It's all natural. And he walked away. And I was like, man. I was like, dude, I wish you could just put me on the team, bro. That would have been sick instead of freaking telling me that I got good hands.
Yeah, thanks for the compliment, Aaron Rodgers, but you don't make the decisions
Yeah,
here.
dude. Keep throwing them to me. I'm going to keep scoring.
Yeah.
Because I would tell the guys, the first team corners, they're like, yeah, where are you running? I was like, I'm running a fade, and I'm running 100%, and they're throwing me the ball, so get ready. They're like, yo, go 80. I'm like, no, I'm going 100. They're like, why? I'm like, because they're going to fucking throw it to me, dude.
Yeah, I'm not going 80.
Yeah, so I fucking would be out there and just killing them. And then I went to the Giants in 2013 and 14, and they let me go. And I just was like, dude, I'm done. So once I was done playing the league, I became a full-time plumber.
So, in that process, dude, you went from Raiders to Packers to Giants. What was going through your mind, mentally, because that's your dream, and it's you're finally there, and then you're just getting tossed around, dude.
Dude,
was it messing with you?
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was messing with me. I mean, mentally.
Right.
I mean, traveling all the time.
Yeah, different teams,
seeing this person doing this workout, doing the same thing over and over, trying to get picked up. And meanwhile, I was having a kid too at the same time. So, I mean, God was blessed me with a 9-year-old right now, and she actually was born when I was with Green Bay, and Green Bay actually let me go home and go through the whole process, but then I had to come back.
So then you had to leave.
You had to leave. I had to go right back, dude. I'm like, this is crazy, bro. I just had a kid, But I mean, she's healthy. Yeah. I mean, she's into sports now too, so it's awesome to see her grow up. So that's awesome.
That's awesome, man. So yeah, it was messing with you, and then like you just couldn't get a groove going. Like
No, I mean it was a great opportunity.
yeah,
I mean, I like I said, I had a great time doing like playing the league and visiting these teams and having the opportunity to showcase what I can do.
yeah,
And it's like thousands upon thousands of people try out,
yeah,
and it's like I just had my time,
yeah.
and it was God's plan for me to do that.
So now, did you get to play any regular season games, or no? You didn't even make it.
No in regular season
Any
games.
preseason?
I played in all 4 preseason games for the Packers.
Okay.
Actually balled out too.
Nice.
Had 4. I should have had 4 picks. I dropped them. But I had an opportunity.
Dropped all 4.
All 4, dude. Butterfingers, bro.
Butter.
That's why I played. That's why I played DB, right? A douchebag, freaking douchebag.
Oh man,
Fucking douchebag.
So they saw that and they were like, "Cut,
Cut, dude. The bitch got cut. All right. If I'd had 4 picks, I probably still would have been playing the league right now. I think so.
Wow.
I think that would have gave me my opportunity to shine. But I mean, dude, like I said, it wasn't God's plan for me to stay in the league forever.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, I love what I do now, so
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah. So you went through that process, and then last team was the Giants. So then once you got cut from the Giants, it was just like, this is it. Like,
Oh yeah, dude. I got cut, and then I was in the ditch 2 days later digging a hole for a plumbing guy. Shout out to Freedom Plumbing.
wow, shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Freedom Plumbing. He actually did the owner just passed away. Yeah.
Wow, rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. But the Kansas City Chiefs called 2 days later and was like, "Yo, come to camp." And I was like, "I'm good."
What, dude?
Yeah, I said I'm done. I'm hanging them up.
Oh man, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kansas City called and was like, "Come to camp," and I said, "Dude, I'm cool, man." They're like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Absolutely."
Now, through all this, did you have to have an agent?
I had an agent.
How'd that work?
Yeah, I picked an agent,
So
and
he was getting you these deals.
yeah, he was just getting me signed up to these places.
Yeah.
So
Wow, dude. Kansas City called and you said no.
no.
Dude, you could have been with Patty Mahomes.
Nah,
Could have been
dude.
With Kelsey,
Nope.
Tyreek.
Hung them cleats up. Said no, sir.
Not for long. NFL.
Not for long.
Wow. So you got into just straight into the workforce because that's you had to survive.
Yeah, I had to get a paycheck.
And then how that hit to your ego had to be just like debilitating.
Dude, it was rough. I mean,
Yeah.
but then again, I couldn't stay down too long. I had to find a way to start making money.
Right.
So that's why I started plumbing again, and I picked it up in the off seasons. So it was like, and I already
So you
knew.
had already done
Yeah, I already kind of knew that.
It wasn't just like a random job.
Yeah, that job was just waiting for me. So it was just like, go ahead and do it, because I had to pay for my kid, and I had to figure out what I wanted to do in life. So it's like, hey, let's go ahead. The next step in the journey. So.
Now, what were like your coworkers saying? Like, were they like, "Yo, this is Chaz Powell"?
Yeah, my boy was. I went to high school with him, so it was just me and him.
Oh, okay.
Me and him and another guy. So we're about
So
to
it wasn't just like random
Nope.
people. Okay.
Nah, dude. And we were in Baltimore and shit all the time.
Oh, okay.
So
That's cool. And then 2014, you went back and got your degree.
2015.
15.
It was, dude.
Went back and got your degree.
Yeah.
Now, were you on campus?
Yeah, I went to main campus. Told the professor, they're like, had to introduce yourself, like in the class. They're like, "Oh, what do you do? Like, who are you?" It was like, "Oh, I'm Chaz Powell." It's like, I guess I'm a super senior. I used to play on the football team here. I'm back to get my degree. I got one class and this is it. And he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm gonna pass you. You're cool." And I'm like, "Awesome." I came to class all the time.
Yeah.
And the first test though was wild, dude. I got like a 37% on my first test.
Ooh.
And I was there in all the classes, and the teacher's like, "Yo, stay after class so we can meet." I'm like, "All right." So then we went over the answers, and I ended up getting like an 89. he changed them because it was like, I'm like, well, you said it could have been this answer, or it could have been this, and you're like, you're absolutely right. Instead of 5 points, I'll give you 3. And then like I worked my way up to like an 89. Dude's like, you're gonna pass this class, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting ready to walk, yeah, baby.
Nice.
So I went up there for 17 weeks, for a 3.5 hour statistics stat 200 class, for 17 weeks, dude, and got my degree, and I am a supervisor right now.
Now,
building houses.
What was that like going back? And it was like where you lived all these memories. You went to all these parties. You know, before you said I'm a football player, and everyone was like, "Ooh, Chaz Powell."
Dude, I didn't know anybody.
People didn't know who you were.
No,
like you're walking around there, and it's like, do you even know who I am?
No, and I didn't really care either because I had one goal, and that was just to finish this class in 17 weeks.
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, I was there for one job only.
That's good.
And get that degree and get out of there, dude. Because I was tired of driving 2 hours every Thursday. Well, it was 4 hours, 2 there and 2 back. And then had to turn around on Friday and go to work. So I didn't work Friday or Thursdays, and then had to turn around and go to work Friday morning.
Damn.
It's 5 o'clock.
Wow, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. So you got that degree and then started working, and then because when did you? So I met Chaz through semi-pro football. I started filming semi-pro football in York. When did you start playing semi-pro? That was what? I probably met you 2017.
Yeah, that was it when we started with the Generals.
Okay, you didn't play any team before that.
No.
Right? Okay.
It was first team.
And like I said, I'm a big Penn State fan. And then they're like, yeah, Chaz Powell's coming to play. I'm like, what, dude? Chaz Powell? And I remember that first game. It was in Philly. At that night game, we played. Dude, the ground was like, it was like barely grass.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I remember at one point, like in the corner, there was like dudes smoking blunts.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
You could smell the weed in the air.
Yeah, fuck Philly. Fuck Philly, yeah. You talk all that shit. Got your ass bust by the York Generals.
Yeah, and you guys had like an all-star team of guys.
Dude, they were all just hood. It was hood guys that knew how to play football.
Yeah.
And Philly was talking shit, so we had to shut them up. So we beat them, went out to Philly, beat them in the Temple, on the Temple field. Yeah. I just remember that year, just beat everybody. Yeah. It was a great time. And then the next year, I played with the Silver Bullets.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
York Silver Bullets.
Yeah. And you wore number 43. I remember that was so random, dude. It looked so weird on you, but like, it worked out.
It did.
Yeah.
Shout out York Silver Bullets.
Yeah. But yeah, just those. So like, yeah, what was it like coming back and playing, and like, you know, knowing that you had this like crazy career? Like, were you playing? Because I remember at one point, I think you said you had an agent with the Piranha. Were you trying to get back in?
I was trying.
Yeah.
I think I thought maybe I had one more shot.
Right.
And I was using that as like maybe a focus, like to get back in. And I was just at one point, I just said, you know what, forget it, dude. It's all about having fun. Yeah. I mean,
because we had fun, dude.
All I do is we had a lot of fun, so much fun. I mean, but I don't miss the being sore and all that other shit, dude. I'm 34 now. Yeah. I mean, if I had to go play, I could still play, but like, I'm past that, dude. Yeah. Like my bones and shit hurt now as we speak.
Like, you got work on Monday.
Yeah.
Like, you can't play.
We got work on Monday, for sure.
You can't play on Saturday. But, yeah, and then, you know, we linked up. I made a couple highlight videos. Like, that was cool, man. You said your daughter goes and watches them now.
Oh, yeah, dude. Shout out to Campbell. Awesome. Campbell and Powell.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be watching my videos, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm just watching Daddy. It's cool. See you right here? Yeah. You're so mean. Why you gonna be so mean and yell at people? Yeah. Like, I'm just trying to get my point across. Yeah. But no, she's cool, dude. She's growing up so fast. It's awesome.
Yeah. Dude, my favorite thing would be when you would score and you do the whip. Dude, remember the clip? It's at the end of your one video. You score, and all those people are waiting to play the game, and you do the whip right in front of them, and they're like, hey.
Yo, that was when we went to New York. That was
we're in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that was a good
South
trip.
BK.
Yeah, it was a good trip. We were up there, traveled from York, Pennsylvania, all the way to New York to play some semi-pro football. I actually just had a pick 6 on that one.
Yeah, pick 6. Yeah.
I was like, I just had to get the crowd hype. I mean, we were in New York, got to show out.
Yeah.
I love coming to New York. I mean,
Yeah.
New York's a good time, man. I mean, back those days were, great memories, man. I think about those a lot. I mean, it was a good time. It was a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. So the semi-pro days and then the last team was like the Piranha. I know we played like 2 indoor games. Remember the blue team, the
we're trapped.
Central Penn.
Yeah, Central Penn Chargers. That was like 2 games and then it folded.
Yeah. Folded quick.
Yeah, folded quick. But we did beat Javon's ass.
Bro, that clip where you made Javon fall straight on his face.
Yeah, we beat that ass down in Baltimore. Y'all talking all that shit. Y'all own my own team, bro. Y'all play with us. Nah, we cool.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So those are some good times. Just
great times,
fun.
Man. Great fucking memories.
Having fun. I'm glad I got to capture it, and you can go back
appreciate
and watch
that, dude.
it.
Yeah.
Your kid can watch it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, dude.
It's awesome. I hope it lives there forever. Dude.
Yeah, me too. Once it's on YouTube, hopefully it doesn't get destroyed. So.
Cause like you don't really have. It's like crazy. You had this crazy college career, but back then like YouTube wasn't a thing. So, like, if you look your name up, you got your one kick return, and then it's like a lot of it's just like your press conferences. It's like, dude, you had crazy highlights, but like it's not up there.
No, it's all cool.
It's all good.
It's all good, dude.
Yeah. People know. Yeah. People know.
I got the Brock.
Yeah.
He made the official.
It's official films.
The films for. We got 2 highlights on there.
2 videos on there. Go check them out.
Yeah. We got. There's a couple other things on there. Everything's always good. No negative. So. Yeah. Like I said, it was a great time, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We had a good freaking time. And then we were talking off camera, but so you still play flag every now and then.
Yeah. I play them on Elite Rebels. Yeah. We're supposed to be in Atlantic City this weekend, but we're taking the weekend off. Mm-hmm. I started playing that just Travel League A. Some of the guys are ex-NFL, ex-D1 guys. So, the competition is great. So I still try to stay in shape, back in the gym. Right. But like I said, I'm building houses, so I get a lot of exercise doing that too.
Right. So then, you kind of talked about off air. You talked about, just being happy right now with what you're doing, and like, someone could look at you and be like, "Oh my God, like how could he be happy? He should be in the NFL right now. He should be doing this. He should be doing that." But it's like, you're just happy, building homes, doing your job, doing your thing, being a father. Like that's awesome, man. Like,
yeah, dude.
Because a lot of people would not be happy.
Life goes on.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna grow old and you're gonna die at some point. So it's all about living life, each day, taking step by step, and living out. Your dreams. I got a lot of goals and a lot of things that I've achieved already, and things I still need to achieve. So it's great being a dad and watching her grow up and watching her get into sports now. It's like I got to support her and get her ready. Right. Get her ready to go to college for free. So just got to find what you really want to do. But other than that, like I said, dude, it was a great opportunity. I met a lot of different people. But other than that, dude, it's been a great time.
Yeah, man. So yeah. Oh, what sports is she into?
She's in gymnastics. She likes golf. Oh. And she does lacrosse too.
So you can teach her some lacrosse.
Yeah. So right now she's into golf real big, and I think she's hopefully she can keep it up when she gets into like middle school and high school. So we'll see. She has a tournament coming up here. So last year was her first time doing it. She's still liking it. At 9 years old. So we'll see.
Wow. That's awesome, man. So, we said we'll do like an hour because you got to get back to putting this pavilion together.
Yeah. I got to get back to work.
But so I just kind of wanted to end it with, like I said, we got guys from the team I filmed for, York High, you got a couple guys going D1. What advice would you give these kids going D1, playing for a big school? Like, what would you give them? Someone who's been there, went to the NFL, not in the NFL anymore. Like, what advice would you give them in this moment?
Biggest thing I can give them is, hey man, stay the course. I mean, it's gonna be a long journey. I mean, be yourself. I mean, don't try to be someone that you're not. I mean, because if it's God's plan, He's gonna make it happen. I mean, work hard, go to class. I mean, get your degree. The biggest thing is get your degree because you're going to school for free, man. So you might as well use it. Use it to your advantage. And like I said, just stay the course. Just be able to get ready to weather this storm that you're getting ready to go through. There's going to be some ups and there's going to be some downs. There's going to be highs and there's going to be some lows. And it's just like how you weather the storm is how you're going to come out and achieve it. I mean, the ultimate goal is to get that degree. And then the experience. I mean, just experience it. Just like I said, be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm. That's good, man. I tried to end this with a couple questions, but I just want to ask you one question. Your top 5 dinner guests, dead or alive, that you could have dinner with.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Wow. Lil Wayne.
Ooh.
LeBron James.
Ooh.
Michael Jordan. Kobe.
Ooh.
That's 4, right?
Yeah.
And Biggie.
Wow. That's a good table right there.
Yeah.
And then, actually, I want to ask another question. Top 5 artists on your playlist right now, because I know you'd be listening to like some wild music.
Jack Harlow.
Ooh.
Top right now. He just put out a song,
Louisiana.
dude. He's something.
Yeah.
I was jamming on the way down here.
He's smooth, yeah.
Yeah, like him. Wiz.
Okay.
I bust Wiz a lot.
Yeah.
And then Jay-Z.
Okay.
And I've been listening to Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
Yeah.
Wait, that's 4. You got one more.
Oh, I gotta put one more.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the dance club music right
Yeah,
now.
I know you are. I wanted to hear some like crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's hard to pick an artist.
Yeah, I just
You
listen to them
the
all,
vibe.
dude. Yeah.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. BPM channel 51.
Okay.
Serious radio.
Serious guy. All right, man. So, well, I would plug your social medias at this point, but you don't have any.
None.
So, I mean, try to find them on Snapchat. We're just gonna say try to find them because we don't want to, but we don't want to get too many ads. But yeah, you can find this guy on Snapchat. But this video will be up on YouTube. I'm also gonna put it on Apple Podcast and Spotify Podcast. So tell your daughter to check it out. I think she'll like it.
Yeah.
I think she'll like hearing these memories. But yeah, man. So that's it. Thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, anything for Brock, man.
That's awesome, man.
I appreciate you, dude.
Cool, man. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, it's official. Brock's here.